guys, welcome back to the den. So this week we're talking about cheesy pickup lines and horrible first dates. Or, well, not first dates, just horrible dates in general. So I've had my few share of horrible dates, so I'm just going to go right to it then. Now before I get into the story of my horrible date, I'm actually just going to say my favorite cheesy pickup line of all time. No one's used it on me yet, but here's hoping. So my favorite cheesy pickup line ever is, "How much does a bear weigh? Enough to break your bed." So there is one more favorite of mine, and it actually comes from Greg Ballard from the segment that we did for Find a Date for Phil Week. So here it is.
Phil, right?
Yeah, this is Dr. Phil.
You're so full of magic and personality right now. Very enthusiastic.
Oh, well, thank you.
You come to this club often?
No, I don't get out very much.
What do you do?
I sell coffee.
Nice. I like coffee. Keeps me going all night.
Oh, yeah?
Now, fuck me if I'm wrong, but I think you want to kiss me. And if you remind me of a Twinkie every time I bite into you, you squeeze white cream in my mouth, is... I don't know.
That one was just, really poorly delivered.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, did you get your license suspended?
Why's that?
For driving all the guys crazy.
Alright, so on to my worst date. Now there's this guy that I was chatting with, and I talked to him for a couple years. Not gonna say his real name, so let's just call him Bill. So Bill and I were chatting online for a couple months, and we decided, hey, what the hell, we're hitting it off. We've got a lot in common, so why not see where this thing goes? So he's into cars and computers, the kind of guy that I would generally gravitate towards. And he had green eyes and strawberry blonde hair. So we went out on a few dates. We just went for coffee a few times. Now, I don't believe in sex on a first date. If it's somebody that you're really interested in, you want to see where it goes. I'm not that guy, so... Sex on a first date for me is just no, it doesn't happen. We went out on a few coffee dates, just went out for coffee, drove around in his car. I don't know, there was always this kind of awkward, nervous energy, and I didn't understand where it was coming from until I found out that he was actually still in a relationship and living with the person while dating me. So I basically told him flat out, look, I'm not looking for just a quick one thing on the side, I'm looking for a commitment. So we stopped talking for almost a year, and then he messaged me again, hey, I'm out of that relationship, it was horrible, I want to go for coffee, kind of make it up to you for what went bad before. So we went out for coffee a few more times, and then randomly he decided to bring me down to Niagara Falls, park in this parking lot and tell me, hey, so do you know where we are? We are in the #1 cruising spot for Niagara Falls. So, as awkward as that was, I pretty much just told him, hey, look, I told you where I stand, don't even try it. Nothing happened. Now there was one time where we were just sitting there drinking coffee and we were just listening to random music, and I said, hey, I got this really great song that I just heard, you need to check it out. It's a duet with Mel C and Matt Cardle called Loving You. And I just really like the song. Honestly, at this point I hadn't really truly listened to the lyrics. So I put the song on, and lo and behold, it's a song about having an affair. So that was incredibly awkward. He drove me home, nothing happened, and then we start talking again, find out he's in another relationship, living with somebody else. So I'm like, okay, buddy, seriously, back off. Not what I'm looking for. And again, we stopped talking for another year or two. And then he messages me all of a sudden again, telling me how he is no longer in a relationship. He really feels like he screwed up with me and wants to make it up to me again. So we went out for coffee, and he kind of poured his heart out, let me know what was going on in his life. And I felt really bad and really guilty. And I knew that there was a job opening where I was working at the time. So he said, hey, you know what, come and apply. You'll be making $2 more than you're making right now. It'll be really good, you'll get benefits, everything will be good. So he went and he applied for the job. He got the job, and at this point he's telling me he's single, he's not in a relationship with anybody, he doesn't live with anybody, he's completely on his own. Very first day of work, he calls in, I can't make it to work, I don't have the car. How do you not have your own car? Didn't make any sense to me. Lo and behold, guy's a liar, still in a relationship. So at that point I just cut all ties, so we stopped talking. He never ended up keeping the job. He ended up calling in screaming at the manager, and yeah, she pretty much fired him on the spot before he even started training. So that was a red flag. So then about 6 months later, we hadn't talked. All of a sudden I'm just standing there working, and I look up and he's right in front of me on the other side of the counter. Doesn't say a word, just stares. So I just pretty much did the same thing. I stared back for 2 minutes, and then I turned around and walked away. Haven't heard from the guy ever since. Well, Not ever since. Every once in a while he'll send me a message, hey, how you doing? And I'm pretty much at this point just ignoring it because history repeats itself and I know what this guy's about at this point and not what I'm looking for. So that is my horrible dating history, or at least with one guy in particular. So do you guys have any horrible stories that you want to share with us? Let us know in the crotch below. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Next week we are interviewing fans of the Den. So look forward to that. Thanks again for watching, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Take care.